Okay. Hello, my divine, infinite human beings. You're all that is, ever has been, and ever shall be. And I wanted to take a moment to talk to you since I haven't been doing my Infinite Human Talk show, and I've basically been off the internet for the past, gosh, almost 3 months, because I've been deep into the jungles of the Yucatan. Uh, Without internet, and creating new earth communities, because I feel like that is the ultimate solution for the planet right now. So I know it's a very powerful time if you're feeling the downloads of energy, the solar flares that are in the crystic codes that are coming through the suns. All right, yes, suns. I said suns, and pouring in the Crystal River failsafe hosting of plasma, rainbow plasma, and the Nomi seed, the Schumann resonance of the earth. Mother Earth is ascending, the frequencies are rising, and of course, for me, that I've been away from all the high five OG trees, and out just swimming in the sea or in the Bacalar Lagoon, or getting a lot of sun, walking barefoot in the silicon crystalline sands. I have gone through a major first healing crisis because everything was detoxing, and I'm feeling the frequencies so amazing. I mean, I'm just humming, and my inner sounds are all the time playing so loudly, they're deafening. And if you don't know what inner sounds are, it's actually the music of the spheres. When you enter the higher dimensions, you hear, you know, like that's what Mozart and Beethoven and all of them were taking actually dictation. So you hear those amazing sounds, violins, flutes, all kinds of things. So I feel really connected. Healing has been amazing for myself. I can move and walk upstairs. I was not able to do that for a long time. And when I'm ever in the States, I feel like I'm 180 years old because I can hardly haul my ass up the stairs. And here I'm moving. I'm flexible. My foot is healing. I had an accident several years ago, and I wrote about it in my book, The Infinite Human. So, and a girl came here with terminal cancer, and she just really made a choice to heal, and the nature supported her in that because the frequencies are so high. They're just clearing out all those lower frequencies where dis-ease is. All right, so that is what true ascension is. It's embodying the higher frequencies that are now all around in nature, and it is amazing. And I have not been on the inside the net, and I haven't. At first, I had an addiction, like, oh my gosh, I need to do my talk show, or what's going on the Facebook, or what, all that kind of stuff. And as I drove through the jungle with no internet, and was totally disconnected from my phone, I felt such a freeing feeling. And I began to live in the moment more. And I began to tune in to the spirit and the energies and the Deva spirits, and really commune with the spirits of the jungle, with the trees, with our Mother Ocean, with our Mother Earth. It's amazing. It's so liberating, and I just want to share that with you while I'm still here, because it's so easy to ascend nowadays. It's so easy to just feel, to be healed, to not have health problems. It's so easy to not age, to rejuvenate yourself. It's so easy to tune in now to the higher dimensions and receive and connect with divine infinite source, and receive all your intuitive hits from within. And I'm saying this because I want to be an example. That's all anyone can do. So I'm an example, and to be abundant. And I felt so abundant here, nurtured and healed by nature, and satisfied because I'm eating real food, grown, just here, or created by the locals. And I So I haven't spent hardly any money, and I've intuitively made my investments in gold and silver and gold, and things I'm just so abundant. So it's possible, okay? It's possible to live this way, and I'm saying it. Maybe you're hearing it. Yeah, right. Sure, right. Look at me. I'm working at blah 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 blah. Well, it's a choice, guys. It's a choice. That's why I'm here to say you don't have to do that if you're not feeling this immense joy inside yourself, if you're not healthy and able to radiate forth, and to be a high frequency, oscillating, vibratory being, if you're not filled with love and joy, if you're not abundant, if you don't feel like you have all the money you possibly need, if you're not free to go and do whatever you're supposed to do, because I get sent places, I don't just take joy trips, if you're living within the little finite, matrix system of being told what to do, doing what you're programmed to do, even if you vacation. I see so many people, especially Americans, coming here, with in all inclusive or cruises or something in their little containers, and they don't really get out and experience nature and live in it, in the simplicity of life, and talk and speak to the local people. And here we have the Mayans, who are a very ancient tribe of people who hold such a devotion for the land and live such simple lives. And I met a shaman that I love named Efren, who I did my ancient Mayan sweat lodge with, and it was so amazing. So I've had just such an amazing time, and I'm here to Eco Resort, working on creating eco resorts, retreat centers, so people can come and experience this and experience bioregenesis and get out of all the artificial fakery and fuckery, I call it, in my newsletter. So on my website, infinitehuman.com, is a newsletter that I just wrote about the times we've now entered, about the dark agendas associated with the brands of Trump and Musk. But it's so funny, as soon as I uttered those words, I've had people read it, and then they'll turn back and preach at me, saying exactly the same thing I said. There's like some kind of mind wipe. It's called a mind slide. Actually are holographic inserts in your brain that stop you from seeing what's in front of you. And in fact, David Icke, who we had on the Infinite Human Talk show, which I'm going to start again soon, is wonderful about that, because he explains how famous hypnotists actually had a woman stand behind a man, and there was a watch. She was holding a watch, and the hypnotist said, "You don't see the man," and the person could read the time on the watch. So when you have these holographic inserts, when the algorithms of your brain bypass certain information, which is called the ego, really, then you cannot see, you cannot hear. You are contained in a finite prison, a matrix, a prison of the mind. Neo. Okay. We all know that one. So I see that happening because I'm out of especially in the American culture, which is kind of leading the world now. In Italy, we say when America sneezes, Italy gets a cold. So it's also the final showdown, so to speak. And I didn't speak about, someone said, "Oh, you're talking about it's always in the duality." Okay. And I spent a long time telling this ancient Chinese parable about a Chinese farmer who's, I'll just say it real fast. A mayor runs away, and he tells his crew at the Chinese at the tea shop, "Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Your mayor ran away." Then the mayor came back with a stallion. "Oh, that's good. That's good. You have two horses now." Then the son broke his leg trying to break the stallion. "Oh, that's bad." Then the people came to recruit all the able-bodied men, and the son didn't get recruited. "So that's good, because now he can work everyone's field and you'll be rich." And so good, bad, good, bad. This is what we're seeing in the lower frequencies of the 3D world in duality. And nowhere there is one trigger word. If you say it, the T word, I call it the T word, T-U-R Trump, whatever, Trump. You're either for it or against it. I am not for Trump or against him. Please do not try to pigeonhole me in your anacronyms, okay? And unfortunately, Americans, God love you. I'm American, so I have a right to say this. You guys are so herded into like these anacronyms, and you talk in these code words, and you think it's so cool because you're talking in code words, but you're not thinking through what these words mean. In Italian, and especially Italian because it's Latin, the words are very long, and it sometimes gets really boring, but they're long because you can remember what they stand for. In America, and it happens with the new it's the mind control program of the news. Conspiracy theorists, I say I'm a conspiracy therapist, but conspiracy theorists coined by the media to contain all the questions around JFK's assassination, for example. So when you get these words like AI, it's AI. Oh, and now if you look everywhere, I got a new Apple computer. They want to get me an AI and the AI this and the AI. I don't even know all the AI stuff, but it's artificial, guys, artificial technology. And then someone said, oh my God, Elizabeth, but we need technology. It's not evil. I didn't say that, guys. I never said that. I'm not saying that. This is the Mayan rain god. I never said that, okay? But being outside of this whole, the lower frequencies, I can't tell you how healing and freeing it feels. But I understand. But you know what? There's a technology that was robbed from us. If you know the true hidden history of our planet, there was ancient technology, Tartarian technology, that is good for your body. It holds our Mother Earth in the higher dimensions. It heals you. It's free. You can teleport with it. There's so many things. It augments and works together with your own divine crystic codes and crystalline technology that it's now coming online. So watch the magic act, because as you get more and more deeper in the doo-doo of artificial fakery, and in the US, I spend very little time in the US. I'm going to come back. I'm coming back for like 7 days to do some business. And I'm also trying to punch a hole in that frequency in a really powerful portal near where I live in Louisville, in French Lick. It's an ancient power site where the time has been misused. It's a hole in the time matrix, the fabric of time. And the elites, have the parasites have used it to manipulate their whole, the big New York Mongols and the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and the JP Morgans used to come down there, and they were doing their thing, their rituals and stuff, and inserting their programs into the time matrix to keep it, in the loop of their money making, their power, their control of the planet, the stock market, the New York, the banking system, the railroad system, all this stuff at the turn of the century. So they were misusing that portal to keep it on the AI, artificial time loop, okay, the Mobius strip. So what I'm going to do with this retreat is, I'll do it myself, Kiki, but if anyone wants to join me on my website, www.infinitehuman.com, there's a small fee for the afternoon. And this is the 2nd of March, Sunday, coming up very soon. But it just came to me. I when I do stuff, it's because I say I just work here. It's because I get it. I'm like, all of a sudden, I changed all my plans. I'm leaving the Yucatan 2 months early to go do this before I head back to Italy, to Sicily. But it's going to be a powerful opportunity. And I have been there many times as a child. And then I went on a spiritual retreat there where we shifted our own internal timelines, and we burnt one of the old timelines of all our assorted lifetimes, our alternate identities. So what this will be is an opportunity for those, and I'm going to use this portal too, to tidy up. Because this year is 2025, in numerology, it's a 9. So what that means is this is a year of completion. So this is going to be a nice boost at the beginning of the year to help you smoothly sail through all these, dot the I's, cross the T's on all this past life patterns, miasmic patterns. You can call it karma, but what it is have you ever noticed sometimes you do a retreat, you start something new, you have all this energy, and the road's clear, and you're like zooming down it, and you're like, I'm gonna do this and this, and then halfway through you just kind of like do almost a spin, and you find you might be higher, but you're kind of repeating old patterns. You're feeling victimized. It didn't work out the way you planned. You thought you were going to make a lot of money, and you end up actually broke. It just doesn't happen. Doesn't manifest. Doesn't happen the way you have seen it. Well, two things. You want to be sure what you want, and we'll talk about that because. We're getting to the point, I'm at the point where I can manifest things almost instantaneously, but I have to fine tune exactly what it is I want to manifest, which is interesting. So it's not always about manifesting, but as you raise your frequency, you can manifest things almost instantaneously. Money, whatever you want. The other day I was on the beach thinking, I need a pair of shoes. And this man comes up selling me a pair of shoes. The only problem was they were too, they stretched out and they didn't work for me. So shoes, what kind of shoes? So back to the retreat, because the mini retreat is really just an afternoon. And what you're going to have a chance to do is, first of all, tidy up all those past lives, all those things that are still holding you back. And then move onto the organic timelines. Okay. These are the true timelines, not the AI, artificial timelines, but the true timelines of your heroic self, of your optimal self, your ascended self, let's say, your high frequency self, on the highest frequency timeline, on the optimal timeline, and creating the optimal future. Of course, not just, I want to have $1 billion in my own personal yacht, out of ego, but what you're supposed to be doing, what you came here to do. Because if I help you to do that, it's like a pebble, then you will turn around and do what you came here to do and help so many other people. So it can be a very small group of people. I like small groups, so that's what I'm doing to help people connect with what's going on organically around the planet. And I feel called to do this in the US because the US is one of the lowest frequency climates, environments, because of all these huge towers, because of all the chemtrailing, because of all the food that's been so poisoned, because of the water, because of all that. And yes, some of that is shifting. Is it? I don't know. It's, that's great if they're shifting it in there, but it's going to take a while when you can just walk out of the shitstorm and it's not shitting on you anymore. Okay. It's that simple. All right. So there are places on this planet where I frequent that this isn't happening, or I help alchemize them to a higher dimension and clear that out. And we'll be clearing out also, because when you do something for yourself, you do something for the planet. When you do something for the planet, you do something for yourself, because we're all one and you are a microcosmos of everything around you. So as you affect you and change and transmute your morphogenic Huva bodies, your reality, you affect the collective morphogenic fields. Okay, so that's what that's about. And then we'll also be going to Malta in September for the equinox with Mary Costello. She's been on my talk show, and we're going there to bring the keys back. All right, to get. Okay, I already got them, but I'm bringing people over there to get the codes. Okay, the pass key, because that was where that's the womb of our mother, and that is when you have the pass keys, you can affect the entire morphogenic field of the planet. All right, so we're working with time in French Lick, Indiana, which is not far from Louisville, Kentucky, where I'm from, and then we'll be working with the morphogenic ley lines, the grid systems, and clearing that out and reconnecting the organic timelines to the earth. And then you'll have the keys to go off and start doing your new earth work. This is for those of you that resonate with creating new earth communities, bringing in the higher frequencies, grounding them, helping aurora earth to, dissolve the veil, and embody its fullness of what it really is in the cosmos. its rightful position in the cosmos, and reclaim your guardianship, because we Christic infinite human beings, angelic human beings, are the guardians of our planet. So while they're spinning their AI web, and I'm not judging it, fine. If that's where you're called and you love it, have at it. But while they're doing that in their finite reality, the infinite reality is expanding itself. And our Mother Earth, and that's a picture I made of the new Earth right there behind me here, because we do art every week here. And then I have a picture of Kiki and a picture of me. Well, that's not the best one. So anyway, so then we're going to go to Sicily, where I live, in the tip of Sicily, the apex of the triangle, and we're going to clear out again the, remnants of the I guess it will basically be the blocks, the trauma and the drama that has happened with the embodiment of the Divine Mother, the Eternal Mother. And we're going to work in clearing out some places where the separation between the Divine Mother and the Divine Child happened, with the child sacrifices that happened in Mosia. And then allow that to clear from us and the morphogenetic field of the collective and our Mother Earth, and embody more fully the order of love, the Divine Mother, the Eternal Mother, and be that in the world. So that will allow you to do that. So those are the retreats. They're on my website, www.infinitehuman.com, that are coming up. And I'm doing this because I was trying to start the Infinite Human talk show again. I'm doing it with Bold and Brave TV. So it's moving from just a podcast. It'll still be a podcast to TV. And it will be, hopefully we'll get it started, because I'm having technical problems because I'm traveling so much. I'm going to be here for a few more weeks, and I'm going to be in, like Indiana and Louisville, and then I'll be back in Sicily. So they want me, the production company out of New York wants me to wait till I get to Sicily. So it'll probably be about the 16th of March before I start that up again. And then we'll bring back some of our other guests, and we'll start discussing this. And my focus is to be a voice of sanity, a sanity in this craziness. Everything is getting so fake with AI, and now the fakery and fuckery has moved into the alternative media, and everyone wants to hear the latest, gossip, the latest Q dump, the latest thing that Trump's doing, the latest thing that Musk's doing, blah, blah, blah. And my attitude is, yeah, that's fine. Enjoy the popcorn. But what's really happening, and my focus, if you're part of my tribe, is, that's all happening on an artificial time loop. And that's fine. I think it needs to happen because it's finishing things up. Just don't get your quantum caught in it, because when it's evicted, sloughed off, because it's artificial from the aurora Earth that's rising, you don't want to have all your money in a crypt. You don't want to have all your energy, your consciousness, your soul uploaded into an AI program, whatever. And again, I'm not saying it's evil. And yes, technology, but then the Tartarian ancient technology will start to kick in. The ley lines, all these ancient Tartarian structures will begin to reconnect. And it's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, it's going to be amazing. And we've had Ian Parks on here and Faye Simple, and they'll probably come back because Faye knows all about the ley lines and dowsing and all that. And Ian's just a genius when it comes to Tartarian, plugging the Tartarian into the cosmic Keylonic science of advanced metaphysics. So the show's going to be for people that want to think, the people that want to go deeper into the issues. It's not, if you're looking for a quick meme, or if you're looking for a fight or something, no, we're going to find unity. We're going to, and my purpose is to help the collective to beam steer itself, humanity, to the highest optimal future, in the highest frequencies, on the highest flash sequences, or on our timeline. Okay. And that's why I'm here. I have an ace in the hole, because Peter, my divine counterpart, is already at the highest emanation of Earth, okay, which is Earth in Andromeda. We have a home there in the highest level, the crystal cities of Eartha. It's amazing. I spend a lot of time there, and my other half, because Peter and I are one. So he helps me, course correct, because it's really easy to get lost in all this fluff down here. There's so much going on, and there's so much to try to pull your attention out of focus. Try to tune out the outer world and tune into divine infinite source within you, because you are infinite. You've got this. And many of you who are listening to me, who are resonating with what I'm saying, whether you know it or not, you are an Akashi, an Adashi adept from Aquinas. You're from a very high place. You've come here to be the change, to hold the course to the highest timelines, to the organic timelines, and you're here to do it in your own way. All right. And then the last thing I'm going to do, if this resonates with you, I am creating new Earth communities around the planet here in the Yucatan. I'm staying at one that's forming. And what that is that these communities are going to be like what in ancient times were called Melchizedek cloisters. Okay, they hold the frequency, and they're points strategically placed around the ley lines of the planet, and they just are helping the Aurora Earth to integrate all the aspects of Earth and pull it up to its highest level. And I guess if you were in Phantom Earth, in the lower part, you could see it as a threat, because as it pulls the Earth up into its rightful place in the cosmos, all that artificial stuff is going to just siphon off and slough off into the lower Phantom Earth, Phantom Universe, the lower frequencies, okay? Subharmonic frequencies. It's going to get really bad, okay? So like if you've seen those movies, Minority Report, Riddick, all that dark stuff that they were shoving down our throats with the preemptive programming, that's kind of the future. Now, am I saying that's the future? No, because what I'm doing and what many of you came here to do is to, it's like the boat's leaning to the side, then everyone goes to the other side. Well, not everyone, but part of it goes to the other side. It's not the division, okay? It's not duality. We're just rebalancing. So I'm not saying many people will feel called to stay in this AI web and just make it better. And I'm on the AI right now. I'm in the net right now. So that's part of my job. I choose to have my physical Christic template outside of it because it ascends so much faster. But everyone will ascend eventually. Even if you fall into Phantom, hey, you'll go back. It's space dust, but you'll go back. And if you're loved, they'll help you to reconstitute your memories and remember who you are. So it's all good. It's all God. I'm just telling you who I am, my agenda, and what I'm about. Everything's on my website, www.infinitehuman.com. And thank you for your patience with the Infinite Human Talk Show. I will be doing that. I have been taking off a lot of social media, and I think with the AI algorithms, you're going to see my frequency and my voice and people like me more and more, placed at the bottom. So if you like what I'm saying, if you're tuned to it, please, make sure you subscribe to my website. You stay, you read my newsletters, my blogs, you stay in touch with me, because it's probably going to get a little dicey in the next several years. But this is a pivotal time. Stay true to your inner guidance, okay? I'm just there to support you and inspire you, but everything must come from infinite source within you, the highest possible source, infinite source within you. Begin to trust that voice, begin to move with it, and stop giving a flying leap what other people think around you, because there's a lot of people who are no longer even human, and they might look real good on the outside, but it's just nothing is as it seems in this artificial fakery, fuckery world that we're now entering, of artificial stupidity or intelligence, okay? Whichever you want to choose. So remember who you are. And I love you guys, and I'm here for you. So wonderful to feel your presence. I communicate with many of you on another level. So, all right. And reach out if you want to take one of the retreats. Send me a message. There's links on the website. And I will see you when I see you, wherever I see you, hopefully soon. Ciao for now.